The coronavirus also affecting Election Day next Tuesday. A number of polling stations are being relocated to cut back on possible exposure to the elderly. CBS 2's Vince Gerasole live at an early voting site in the Loop with how organizers are responding. Vince.
Brad, this location here is open until 7 o'clock tonight, and I can tell you a steady stream of voters have been coming in, but it hasn't been crowded. We have all heard that phrase that in a democracy, every vote counts. But this year, because of the coronavirus, guaranteeing that means coming to terms with some unanticipated obstacles. In the age of coronavirus, there are hand sanitizing pumps at all of Chicago's early voting stations, but there are other problems the city is racing to solve.
There are increasing uncertainties about Election Day.
In Chicago, so far, 15 of the city's 1,600 locations will no longer host a polling station. They include mostly senior care facilities where residents could be at risk and a few apartment buildings. Did you expect this number of polling places pulling out to increase?
Yes.
The city is not alone. In Cook County, 15 of 900 polling stations, again mostly senior care facilities, have opted out of hosting. In fact, in some way, all 108 boards of election in the state are preparing to find alternate locations if necessary.
They're not going to be all across the city, but if it hits your neighborhood, we want to try to make sure that you have a chance to have your voice heard before Election Day.
The city is also concerned about some of its 12,000 election workers trained over the past few weeks who may have to call in sick. Staff from the city's health and emergency management departments may be asked to fill in.
We're trying to identify standby staffing so that we can have rather rapid training and deployment.
What's your recommendation to a voter right now?
Right now is if you're going to be voting, use early voting if your mind's made up. If you're going to be using vote by mail, get that application into us right away.
Every voter in Illinois has the option to vote by mail.
Chicago voters can go online and request a mail-in ballot through Friday. If it's postmarked by Election Day, it should be counted.
I used some hand sanitizer right before I voted, and I felt better.
Less crowded early voting, which continues weekdays in Chicago through Monday, is also being suggested to minimize close contact with others.
The voting is critical. If you're worried about it, then if there's a hand sanitizer here, use it, but we've got to get our ballots in.
Governor Pritzker said today that when it comes to mail-in ballots, the state is considering extending the deadline. In the meantime, in Cook County, voters may find themselves voting in courthouses in case their precincts are closed. Reporting live at an early voting station in the Loop, I'm Vince Gerasole, CBS 2 News.